Good morning, everybody. It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. I'm out of my garden today, and I've got some Tulsi, or otherwise known as holy basil. They're about this big. I think hopefully they're past the stage where the bugs are going to annihilate them. I want to go ahead and plant them this morning while it's nice and cool. So I have right here where I took out my garlic the other day. I have some room, and I have three holy basils that are ready to plant. So I'm just going to plant three right in a row. I don't know what this is, but it needs to come out. Some kind of a weed. And I think they get quite large. So I am going to just put three in here. The other ones I have are still kind of small. So yeah, I am going to not plant those yet. I'm just so afraid of the bugs. I've never had this problem before. I mean, I've always had bugs, but between the slugs, the ants, and the grasshoppers, and the roly-polies, it's just been horrendous. So I've been holding on to these till they got big enough. And I think they're getting to where they want in the dirt really bad. There we go. And one more. My goal is to get enough leaves from these and flowers to where I can dry them to make tea. I guess it's very delicious and very good for you. There we go. Woohoo! All right, so that takes care of those guys. This is my last flat of stuff to plant. And then I think I've got some teddy bear sunflowers I'm going to disperse throughout the garden today. So I'm going to scope out a spot to put them. All right, so I think this is the same bed where I just planted the holy basil, excuse me. Oh, I've got to pinch these leaves off. They're looking kind of sunburnt there. There we go. And I'm going to plant them in between the tomatoes. Again, I did not research to see how big these got. But we're just going to put them right in here. They're wanting out of this cup. There we are. And when I go to town on Thursday, I'm going to be getting some drip hoses, and I'm just going to run them snake-like through all my beds. It's going to take quite a bit, but I'm thinking with our fluctuating pressure that we've got going on, it's going to be the best situation for my beds, because I can't rely on a sprinkler anymore. My husband kept going through all of we've cleaned the filters, flushed the lines, he worked on the sprinklers, he got two of the sprinklers going, but as far as out here, it's just not going to work. So I think the best bet is soaker hose, not drip hose. I guess it's called soaker hose. Then that way, the good news about that is I can use the diatomaceous earth again, and it will stay on my plants. So I'm going to finish planting the other two across here and we'll be back. So I've got all three of these little teddy bear sunflowers right there. And I think it's good because maybe if they do get tall, they'll be they'll shade these tomato plants a little bit so they don't get too hot. In the meantime, I have my second wave, or maybe it was my third wave of garlic. They're much smaller. Some heads are not so bad, but they were starting to die off. So before I watered, I wanted to pull these up. So I think I'm going to do my other bed of garlic, which is, can you see it? Yep, right over there, right where Johnny's sitting. Okay, so we're going to pull that up, and then we can use that space to plant something else. All right, this one was actually the second wave, so some of these heads are not so bad. It's that third wave that just, I probably should have not done a third wave because it's to the point where, yeah, they weren't out of there. So now I have another spot. I have two spots that I can plant some more stuff. So the question is, what am I going to plant? So in the house today, I'll do a video on it. I'm going to plant up some beans, cucumbers, possibly some melons, just because, maybe even some squash. I have some things that are surviving over here, but not like I had planned. We've got these guys, next row over, and a few on this trellis behind the peas over here. But I've decided I'm going to leave my peas in because there's babies. I don't know if you watched yesterday's video, but let's look, sorry. There's little baby peas and there's more blooms coming. Everything I have decided needs to be fertilized desperately. So, yeah, that is a must. So, I am going to start watering. I got those planted. I might be able to plant, I think I have some more cone flowers, but they look kind of small. I'll have to check them out. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing overkill on those just because I've never got them to germinate. So this year they went crazy. Who knew? So these are nice size. I don't think the bugs will annihilate them. There's 3 nice big ones. I think there might even be one more. So I think I'm going to plant them down here. So let's go down here. All right, so this is where I pulled out my last planting of garlic, and I've got some little basils here that are trying desperately not to be eaten. And I think what I'll do is plant these right here. They'll be on the end, so they'll be easy to harvest. These guys, otherwise known, they're purple cone flowers, but otherwise known as echinacea. And I'm sure everyone at this point knows that echinacea is very, very, very beneficial. It makes a great tea. It makes a great tincture. And it really, really, really boosts the immune system. So you could probably never have too much of this. So here we go with these guys. The nice thing about planting fall vegetables is they come out a lot sooner, or not fall, early spring, I guess. Vegetables like the garlic, I don't know if it's a vegetable or what, but they come out earlier. They got planted a long time ago. Actually, they did get planted in the fall. So then that leaves room for succession sowing or other things like these cone flowers that I've been waiting for them to get large enough to plant. So I think what I'm going to do, my soil's still pretty damp and it's not as hot today. I might put my sprinkler on tonight. I'm not really sure. I want to check the rest of my garden, see how it's doing. So I'll have until Thursday when I get my soaker hoses. I will still have to use that little metal sprinkler, which is a pain in the you-know-what. I probably should put it where I've got seeds and these new baby plants, though. All right, so I've got 2 more coneflowers. I told you they all germinated, and I planted heavy because I was not planning on that or planning on that. But I'm going to put them one on each side of this basil because I had some basils. I don't know if you can see this. Bugs just annihilated them. So I've got other coneflowers in this bed and they don't seem to be, knock on wood, getting eaten. So we're going to put these guys right here. And they're again on the edge of the bed, so they'll be really easy to come by and harvest. I'm super excited about this. Every year I have a lot of firsts. I've tried to grow these. I bet you every gardening season that I've been here, which is what, 4 years now? And nothing ever germinated. And the gal at Wintour Nursery, which is a nursery in Reading off Airport Road, they're super nice, knowledgeable people. My friend Fern works there. She's very knowledgeable as well. And I talked to the gal that owns or runs the nursery. Here's the other one. And she says she puts a heat mat under them and they germinate really, really well. Well, I didn't have a heat mat. And I thought, well, I have a heating pad. I could probably try to use that. And I think Fern even offers to let me borrow one of hers. But then I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. And I'll be gosh darned, they germinated. Oh, I can really smell my garlic. It smells delicious. It's kind of a purplish garlic. And it is not garlic seed that I bought from the store. It is actual, or from a seed company. It's actual garlic that I bought from the store. I had left over and needed to do something with it. And it grew. So free garlic, basically. Otherwise, it would have went out to the compost pile. All right, so there's that. I wanted to show you this. These are how small. There's 2 holy basils and 2 coneflowers left. I am not going to put these in here yet, at least until I get my soaker system. These get a little bigger. Otherwise, the bugs, I'm afraid, will eat them all. And then we've got our garlic harvest. All right, that's all I have for you today. I got my sprinkler going, and I don't know if I have enough time, but I might do a little mowing this morning. I try to do it before 10 when there's no breeze or wind to cause a fire, so maybe I'll try that. All right. Well, I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, safe. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on my channel. We're just cruising right along there. And God bless you all. Thank you and happy gardening.